let me give you some figures. In a morning of bird watching, you can see up to 50 or 60 birds. In a good day, in a whole day, you could even see more than 100, 110.
Wow.
And a few years ago, I made a 4-day trip with this Canadian person that I told you about, that he didn't want to come to Uruguay, and we saw more than 200 species, almost 250 species.
Why did he not want to come to Uruguay?
Because his friends told them that the best parts in this part of South America were Argentina and Brazil. So he wanted to visit areas there. So after several days, I convinced him that he could see the species he wanted to see here, traveling less than in these other huge countries. And at the end of the trip, he was really, really happy with more than 200 species in 4 days.
Wow, yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah.
So you said to me there are actually proportionally more birds in Uruguay than there are in Argentina, for example.
That's right, because we have about half the birds you can find in Argentina, but in an area that is 6-7 times smaller. So all in all, you have to travel less in Uruguay to see the same amount of birds you would have to you could see in Argentina or in Brazil.
How many birds are there in Uruguay?
In Uruguay, there's about 450 species that are regularly present. You have a bunch more that you can see once every 20 years. But in Argentina, you have about 1,000, and Brazil has about 1,800. So Uruguay is much smaller, and in this small area, you get a high proportion of the avifaunas of these other huge countries.
So how many birds could you expect to see if you came here for, say, 10 days?
Well, we have these very open environments, and it's very easy to see birds here. Uruguay is strategically located in South America, in southeastern South America, and here several of the most important biomes of South America meet, and from a technical point of view, this feature is called a biogeographical crossroad. Here,
I said it was like an airport hub for birds, right?
That's right, that's the idea. So you have the main biome, that's the Pampas, that is dominated by grasslands, but you also have the Chaco, that is a dry woodland coming from the west, and you have the southern Atlantic forest coming from the north, from southern Brazil. So all these different biomes with different ecosystems add different species of birds and other animals and plants. So it all sums up to a very rich wildlife.